You were born into a country that believed in progress. Concrete cities, red banners. The atom was the future. The atom was peace. You grew up in Pripyat, a young city built for young people. Wide streets, fresh paint, Ferris wheel waiting for its first ride. You were an electrical engineer at the nuclear power plant. It was a good job, respected, stable, important. You had a wife, a small daughter who liked to sit on your shoulders. You believed you were building something eternal. On April 26, 1986 at 1:23 a.m., reactor number 4 exploded. You didn't hear the explosion. You felt it. A pressure in the air. A metallic taste in your mouth. The phone rang at 3:40 a.m. Emergency. Report immediately. They didn't say explosion. They said fire. When you arrived, the reactor was open to the sky. The night glowed blue. Graphite blocks lay scattered across the asphalt like pieces of a broken star. You didn't know that each one was lethal. They told you radiation levels were normal. The dosimeter screamed. Your supervisor turned it off. Firefighters were already vomiting. One of them laughed, saying it felt like a bad sunburn. By morning, his skin was blistering. You were given a thin mask, rubber gloves, no real protection. You picked up radioactive graphite with a shovel. Every minute cost you a piece of your life. You did not know that yet. On April 27th, buses arrived. Temporary evacuation, 3 days. People locked their doors, left food on tables, left pets behind. Your daughter waved at you through the dusty bus window. You were in a protective suit. You couldn't hug her. You told her you would be home soon. You lied. The robots failed first. Radiation burned through their circuits. So they sent you. They called you biorobots. 90 seconds on the roof. No more. You ran across blackened concrete, the dosimeter clicking violently at your chest. Shovel. Throw. Run. Graphite sparkled like obsidian under the sun. Beautiful. Deadly. You went back up again and again. At night, you couldn't sleep. Your skin turned red. Your throat burned. No one said the word radiation sickness. They said fatigue, stress, overwork. Men from your team began disappearing. One died of heart failure. One of cancer. One shot himself. Officially, none of it was connected. In 1988, you started coughing blood. The doctor avoided your eyes. Vegetative vascular dystonia, he said. You knew it was a lie. Your disability papers took months. Records were missing, documents lost. You had to prove you were there, as if the scars weren't enough. In 1991, the country collapsed. So did the promises. Benefits reduced, compensation delayed, heroism forgotten. You stood in line at a clinic with old women and unemployed minors. You were no longer a defender of the motherland. You were just a sick man. Your daughter grew up. She doesn't remember Pripyat clearly. She remembers a father who was always tired. Years passed. Tourists began visiting the zone. They took photographs in gas masks, posed in abandoned classrooms. You watched documentaries about your life. Actors played liquidators. They wore clean suits. They survived the credits. You are 58 when the diagnosis comes. Leukemia. The doctor speaks carefully, professionally. He does not say Chernobyl. He doesn't need to. You already know. You return to the exclusion zone once more. Empty buildings, trees growing through concrete, a school desk covered in dust. An old toy lies on the floor. Time stopped here in 1986. You place your hand on a cold wall. You remember the night sky glowing blue. You remember the taste of metal. You remember thinking it was just a fire. You did not save the world, you just did your job. Millions of people live today because the fire did not spread further. They don't know your name. They never will. You were not a symbol, not a headline, not a statue. You were a man with a shovel on a burning roof, and you paid in full.